What will happen when the Earth's core stops rotating? After so many big changes, it was impossible to save life on Earth. So now some scientists go to Earth and start the mission of restarting the core again. The movie opens with a businessman getting ready for a meeting, excited and hyped. Suddenly, he collapses on the table and his colleagues rush to him. Outside, an unknown plague kills many people, causing major accidents on the streets. The scene shifts to Professor Josh Keyes teaching his class about sound frequencies. Mid-class, 2 FBI agents escort him to a classified location. There, he meets his friend and colleague, Serge. They are led to a room full of corpses. General Thomas Purcell arrives and tells them about the sudden deaths of random people. The cause is unknown, and the deaths aren't stopping. Purcell asks if this is an act of war, but they are clueless. Next, the scene shifts to Trafalgar Square in London, where people are enjoying the area. Suddenly, a boy spots a dead pigeon. Soon, many pigeons fall from the sky, hitting vehicles and people. Panic ensues, causing more chaos and accidents. Meanwhile, Josh tells his colleague that similar incidents are happening worldwide. He asks his team to investigate and find out what's wrong with Earth. In space, Major Rebecca Childs and Commander Robert Iverson prepare to land their shuttle on Earth but go off course and land in Los Angeles instead. They land safely in a canal after a difficult descent. Josh meets with Dr. Konrad Zimski, who dismisses his concerns about the end of the world. However, Zimski later reconsiders and retrieves some secret files. Rebecca meets with Purcell, worried about losing her position after the crash, but Purcell receives a call from Zimski about Project Destiny. Josh and Serge, frustrated by Zimski's initial dismissal, go to a bar. Soon, Josh is called to a meeting with top officials, including Zimski and Purcell. Josh explains that the Earth's electromagnetic field is collapsing because the outer core has stopped spinning. Without the field, the sun will cook the Earth. He says they need a plan to restart the core, but it's nearly impossible since the core is several thousand miles deep. Zimski suggests it might be possible and visits Dr. Ed Braz Brazelton, who demonstrates a laser and a new element called obtanium for a ship's shell. Braz agrees to help, funded by the government with $50 million. The scene shifts to the FBI arresting Tez Finch, a tech expert and hacker. Finch tries to destroy his secret files but is taken for questioning. Purcell tells him that they need his expertise to control the internet, not to arrest him. Finch agrees to help on the condition that he gets Xeno tapes and Hot Pockets. Elsewhere, Rebecca is recommended for successfully landing the shuttle and is assigned to a new mission with Captain Iverson. When they arrive, Purcell introduces Rebecca and Iverson to the team, explaining that Finch will control the internet to prevent global panic. The ship is built using Braz's technology to withstand the Earth's core's high temperatures. The plan is to detonate a nuclear bomb to restart the core. The crew practices simulations to ensure they can operate the ship correctly. Rebecca approaches Josh, who is working on an invention that can see through thick walls. She helps him refine it and gets excited about his invention. The team works tirelessly to complete the ship. Rebecca struggles with the simulations and doubts her abilities due to the previous crash. Captain Iverson encourages her, explaining that leadership is about responsibility for both good and bad decisions. His words help Rebecca regain her confidence. The crew notices bad weather and strong lightning storms occurring worldwide. In Italy, a bar scene turns chaotic when lightning strikes the electrical systems, causing people to panic. A strong lightning storm hits Rome, causing significant damage, including repeated strikes on the Colosseum. The team is finally ready to launch the ship. As they approach it, Serge brings out a bottle of champagne to celebrate. Braz proudly reveals the ship's name, Virgil. The team prepares for launch, and soon, Virgil is released into the depths of the ocean at the Marianas Trench. As they descend, they encounter whales swimming alongside them, a beautiful and captivating sight. However, they soon experience earthquakes and speed up to reach the deeper underground. Virgil is made of materials that can withstand the extreme temperatures of the Earth's core, so there's no worry about melting. As they continue, they see something big and black on the monitor. Before they can figure it out, Virgil crashes into a cavern filled with crystals. The crew is amazed by the sight but must cut through the crystals to free the ship. Magma starts falling from above, and Josh alerts everyone. Captain Iverson instructs the team to get back inside, but the cutting tool loses oxygen. Josh heroically uses his own oxygen to keep the tool working but collapses from the effort. The team frees Virgil, but a chunk of crystal kills Iverson. The team mourns but continues their mission. On the second day, they activate the nukes. Rebecca is warned to avoid the black parts, which are large diamonds. Virgil collides with a sharp diamond, causing a hull breach. Serge is trapped in the control room, and despite Josh's attempts to save him, he is killed. Josh is upset and confronts Rebecca, but she explains she had no choice. The team continues, saddened by their losses. After 35 hours, Virgil approaches the core. They notice the core material is too thin, and Zimski suggests they go back, thinking the nukes won't be effective. He proposes using Project Destiny, a weapon that triggers massive earthquakes. The team disagrees, and Purcell eventually sides with Zimski. The team continues, despite Zimski's objections, and decides to restart the core by detonating the nukes in sequence. The electromagnetic field begins to fail, causing microwaves to penetrate and wreak havoc on Earth. San Francisco suffers massive destruction, with thousands dead or missing. Purcell decides to launch Destiny sooner, needing a lot of power to avoid another failure. Finch, who has been working to slow down Destiny, struggles to access it. Josh and Braz try to figure out how to restart the core. Zimski eventually has an idea, dropping the nukes in smaller parts to create a ripple effect. They plan to hotwire the nukes, place them in the right spots, and detonate them in sequence, then escape quickly to avoid the explosion. Meanwhile, Finch continues his efforts to slow down Destiny. Braz says they can't release the smaller bombs on their own due to the heat and pressure. They need to place the bombs in compartments and release them one by one, but someone has to stay inside to do it, meaning certain death. Braz cheats to make sure he's the one who will stay behind, insisting it's his responsibility. He gears up, says goodbye to the team, and enters the compartment. The heat is intense, and his tools melt, but he successfully releases the compartment before dying. Finch gains control over Destiny just in time, preventing it from launching. The team continues releasing the compartments. During the fourth release, a collision pins Keys to the wall. Zimski is also trapped by the bomb. Zimski sacrifices himself, pushing Keys to safety. Keys uses his hands to remove the reactor and releases the compartment. He realizes unobtainium can convert heat to energy, turning the whole ship into a giant solar panel. The core restarts, and everyone celebrates. Virgil surfaces in the middle of the ocean but loses power. Purcell searches for them but loses hope. Finch convinces him to keep searching, and they realize the whales are showing Virgil's location. They find and rescue Virgil. Keys and Childs are saved, though saddened that the sacrifices of their teammates will go unnoticed. A week later, Finch publishes a tribute to the team's heroic deeds online, sharing their story with the world. Thanks for liking and watching the whole recap.